Brandon, tell me about the Canyon.
Canyon. Hey, Mr. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Webb. Got the new Canyon. Have you started? Yeah, sorry. Okay. The new Canyon got a new body style this year. It actually looks like a smaller Sierra, but the AT4 is actually one of my favorites. It's got the nice level kit to it, so a little more aggressive look for you. Also, it's got the 2.7 turbo engine in there. That way, you know, you have a little more power, but you also get some good gas mileage on there in the mid-20s on the highway. Also, it's a little bigger than the Tacomas, so you get that as well, so that's a good competitor for it. It's a little less than the Tacomas as well, so you'll have a little more flexibility in your clutch. What else?
Are there different trims?
Different trims, the AT4s, there's a Denali, there's the...
And educate me about those real quick.
The AT4, like I was talking about, the more aggressive one's got the level kit and everything. Denali is if you want some luxury. You have a new, different type of leather in there. Also, you'll have the nice honeycomb grill that's on all the Denalis as well. That's it.
All right. Tell me about the Suburban.
Hey Joe, I'm starting my watch. Oh man, this Suburban, you know what? It's an amazing vehicle, but what I really want to talk about is the safety features. I know you told me you have a wife, kids, and whatnot. And this vehicle comes equipped with a 3-year subscription of OnStar. It is the premium OnStar, which gives you the built-in Wi-Fi. It also gives you the capabilities to unlock the vehicle from your cell phone, check the status of the vehicle. So that way, if your wife is like, hey, this check engine light came on, you can go and check the status, hey, your tire pressure's on, it's the back right tire. You can even schedule the service from your cell phone. That'll give you a peace of mind. Also, they have the crash response, so if your wife's out there vacationing, something happens, you can have a peace of mind and feel good that, you know, OnStar is going to take care of your family.
20 more seconds. Tell me how it's made, different trims, how many seats.
Oh yeah, so the Suburban's a little bit larger than the Tahoe. It's I think about 18 inches longer. It does provide you with either 7 or 8 passenger, whether you go with captain's bench. With the new one, you do get the leaf spring suspension as opposed to the solid axle that it used to be on. You got different engine choices from the 5.3 to the 3-liter and the 6.2, depending on your preference.
Damon, tell me about the Blazer.
Man, Blazers, that's one of my favorite vehicles. Yo, let me tell you about this Blazer. They come in 3 different trims. RS, I'm sorry, not 3, but 2. RS, then we have the RS, no, not the RS3.
LS, LT,
LS, RS, you can get them in leather, cloth, sunroof or no sunroof. Maybe fuel economy. I know it'll go about 32 to 34 miles per gallon. I'm trying to get my wife in one actually. Is this going to be for you or for your?
Me.
For you? All right. About this one, is the safety features you're looking for in the vehicle? I know these come equipped with lane assist, blind spot alert, plus that comes with the wireless charger base.
What's the difference between the Blazer and the Trailblazer?
Its size. The Trailblazer is real smaller. It's basically made for teenagers, basic first vehicles. The Blazer is more wider, more space inside. It doesn't get all the bells and whistles like the Blazer will have, and don't have that, you know, sporty look to it. Also, the Trailblazer is basically the nice small ones.
All right, Jason, tell me about the Corvettes.
Way to pick an easy one, Joe.
I said Corvettes, so plural.
Yeah, he's the Corvette kid.
I know.
Well, Mr. Customer, it's a great choice in the Corvettes. As a matter of fact, they make multiple different body stuff. I mean, different trim levels for it. You have, of course, your 1LZ, 2LZ, 3LZ with the Z51 package. You also have the Z06 Corvette, which is very rare if you can't find one, but sometimes we do get an allocation for them. Come in 2 different types. You got a coupe, and you also have a convertible. Now, the convertible one's my favorite. Gives you a little bit more headroom. Plus, you can also, you know, put the top up or down up to 35 miles an hour. So if you're ever driving with the rain. Now, depending if your driveway's steep or not, it also comes with the option of the forward air ride suspension, which basically you touch the button, it raises up, touch the button, it goes down. But you can also set it for memory too. Not only that, since they redesigned it with the engine in the rear, it's a lot more stability, a lot quicker, and you don't lose traction as much either. So, not only that, unlike the other Corvettes, this does have 2 storage options. So you do have the front and the back, which can fit a small little suitcase and maybe 2 sets of golf clubs. Do you go golfing at all, Joe?
No. Golfing is for people that hate spending time with their family.
I got you. So maybe you might just want to start taking that up and everything else. But because you're going to be driving in a Corvette, a lot of people are going to want to see it. So no problem. So.
All right, tell me about the Camaro.
All right, Joe. This is a sports car. It depends on how you equipped it. It comes in different trim levels. You have the LSLT, 1LT, 2LT, and it goes up until how much do you put in that particular vehicle. You have the 2SS, the ZL1, which is my favorite. That is a more powerful engine. Different color.
Different colors, that's new.
Hey, they're not making it anymore.
Scotty, tell me about the Terrain.
The Terrain made by GMC, comes in multiple color options, multiple interiors. You can get cloth leather. Leather's my favorite. You get a lot of different options, obviously ranging from the trim levels on the Terrain.
SLE, SLT, Denali.
Yeah, SLE,
Thanks,
SLT,
Fabian.
and then the Denali's the highest. I've been trying to talk my mom into ordering either a Terrain or an Acadia, which is the next size larger. You're going to have 2 rows.
Sorry, remind you of your mom? Great.
No, you don't remind me of my mom. It's just a very nice car, very luxurious, very sporty at the same time. So I just think it's a nice overall vehicle. So the Terrain comes in a 2.7 liter 4-cylinder engine, so it's got a lot of pop with that turbo. You're going to get good gas mileage. Just an overall excellent vehicle for a family that doesn't have too many kids. So you told me you had 1 or 2 kids, so you should be fine in the Terrain.
Yeah, I got 1 or 2. Perfect, thank you.
I'm gonna say I don't know.
Tracks.
That's my favorite car, man. Hey, Joe, I know you're looking at this Trax, man. I tell you what, with the new body style these things came out with, they kind of now look like little mini Blazers. They do come in a couple of different trim levels. You've got your LT, your RS, and then they don't got no high country now, all right? I know those are the 2 biggest ones we've gotten in so far. A lot of people like them just because of the new style. They do come with pretty much most of your safety features, just depending on which trim level you do get. So, of course, I know you said you got a family, sir. Safety is going to be very important. Now, is this going to be you driving or your wife?
Yes.
Perfect. That's awesome, man. So, which one?
Well, she sits on my lap, but she does the wheel and I do the pedals.
Oh, you guys live on the wild side. Nice. I don't think there's going to be enough space in there just because it is one of the smaller vehicles we do have. But I'll tell you what, it's going to come with great fuel economy, the safety features
What are you trying to say with the space thing?
It's a smaller vehicle.
Wait till
I didn't say
I feel offended. Walk away.
What? Okay, I can't deal with you.
Thank you.
No, just a smaller vehicle, especially if you're looking to help get someone into their first vehicle, or just something that looks good with super great fuel economy. Comes in a couple different colors as well.
A couple?
Some of the new stuff that they've come out with.
Pick between
I
1 or
can't remember
2.
the specific color names, but we did get this orange one in here recently. I tell you what, I don't like orange, but those things do look good.
Orange is for prison jumpsuits.
Exactly.
All right, Grant, tell me about the Hummer EV.
Oh God, we got 1 of them. It's pre-owned. It's got 5,000 miles that it costs.
Now tell me about new.
Shit. I don't know a whole lot about the Hummer EVs.
All right, I'll give you another one. Ready? Should I make it easy? Tell me about the Malibu.
The Malibu. So the Shelby Malibu, nice car. It's a sedan, very roomy. I think there was a solar Malibu.
Iconic vehicle has been out for a while.
They're
All right,
popular.
fine. Can't do that one. Tell me about the Equinox.
The
The Equinox is nice.
My grandma drives it,
It's
man.
comparable to the GMC Terrain. They come in different trim levels. The LT, and you got different options from your seats, cloth to leather, heated, cooled. It's only 2 rows. Has roomy back hatch.
Only 2 rows.
2 rows, man. Front
Great.
second.
Oh, I can't order the special 3rd row on this sedan?
No, man, not the Equinox. Let's see that. So it's got all your safety features,
Like?
blind spot monitor. It's got park assist. Got your lane keep assist, forward collision on the higher trims.
All right, tell me about the Tahoe.
Tahoe, awesome. The Tahoe is very comparable to the Yukon. Chevrolet really makes a Tahoe for every customer, from the LS cloth and bench seat that will fit 8 passengers, all the way up to the high country with bucket seats that'll sit 7 passengers. With the higher trim levels, you can get the rear media, which they introduced in the new body style. You can connect to it wirelessly. You can also view the navigation from the rear seat, so when your kids are in the back on a long road trip, they won't be asking you how much longer. They can just look at the navigation there. You have a panoramic sunroof available for the first time in this body style, which means the second row passengers can enjoy the sunlight as well. You have off-road focused trim levels like the Z71 if you want to have a little more fun instead of just going on road trips. Class-leading cargo volume compared to the Expedition, and air suspension. You have air suspension. You can adjust your ride height. You can raise it up to 4 inches, I believe, or you can lower it an inch for better fuel economy.
All right, good job.
It's an option. Yeah.
Good. Tell me about the Acadia.
Would pick a GMC.
He's a shit guy.
The Acadia is a great 3-row SUV. So if you've got a little bit larger family, you can accommodate up to 8 passengers in there. You got bucket seats in the front. You have a 2nd row bench. You have optional 2nd row captain's chairs. 3rd row bench seat. Great amount of cargo room. I like to use myself as a measuring tape for my customers. I can comfortably sit in the first seat, adjust it to where I would normally drive, get in the 2nd row, adjust that, still have leg room, and get in the 3rd row and show them even at 6'3", I can sit tandem behind myself in all 3 rows. Plus you still have a good amount of cargo room in the rear. With all the different trim levels, the SLE, SLT, and Denali, you basically have a trim level for any need that you might have in your family. Denali being the top of the line with all your creature comforts. You're going to have leather seating, available heated and ventilated seats, navigation, huge panoramic sunroof, which is awesome if you want to see what's going on around you.
Or above you.
Or above you. You can get it in an all-wheel drive model, so if you like to go on vacations to areas that are going to have a little bit less traction up in the mountains with the snow, you still have the safety and security of knowing that you're going to have traction in all conditions. You fold that 3rd row down, you're going to have a tremendous amount of cargo room. And something that they did in recent years with the current body style, they actually designed the cargo room around a 4x8 sheet of plywood. So if you fold the 2nd and 3rd rows down, you can still fit a full 4x8 sheet of plywood or drywall in there and be able to close the liftgate comfortably and accommodate any cargo you may have. So even if you don't have a pickup truck in your family, you can kind of utilize it as one for both the luxury of taking the family out or doing the home improvement projects.
Thank you so much. Good job. Lee, I'm going to give you the one that you're going to most commonly show, which is, tell me about the Silverado 1500.
How to be a truck.
You don't know?
No, I don't know what to say.
Say what you know about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I go now? Okay. So, the new ones, they have keyless entry. So if your hands are full, you know, you have your keys in your pocket like I do, you go up to it and you press the button, you can open your door. Or they have navigation and CarPlay, like me, if I don't know where I'm going a lot. So I have to use navigation 24/7. I can have it on my screen instead of sitting there holding your phone and trying to drive at the same time. We have, if I don't know nothing about that.
Built-in Wi-Fi.
They do have built-in Wi-Fi, so if you have kids, they can sit on the back and play on their tablets while you guys are on a road trip or while y'all just going down the road to go eat or something. And
Yeah, what are the different engines and what are the different trims? What type of trims come in the Silverado?
the best trim, I think, is a high country
Why?
because it's more luxury and it has more technology than the others.
Okay, let's hear it for Courtney.